Hey guys, it's me, Miss B. So today I'm just trying to take you through to show you some how the online is going to work. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. All right, so we do have some students switching between in-class and online just because of quarantining. So I'm just going to kind of talk about that as well. So if some stuff doesn't pertain to you, then no worries, just disregard. So between online and in class, there really is no difference. You're still watching the Edpuzzle videos for homework. There will be skill checks from time to time as listed in the calendar. And then, you'll work on the worksheet. You won't have time to go over stuff in class, obviously, but that's what the Google Meet time is, those mandatory Google Meet times. And of course, I'm always available by email if you have any questions. So really, there is no difference. You're submitting assignments the same way. So if you have been in school, then the transition will be easy for you. Okay, so I started with quizzes and tests, but maybe not the best place to start. But for quizzes and tests, you're going to meet during your class period and use the Meet code for that period. So here you can see that the Meet code is listed for first period Algebra 2. Quizzes are going to be presented through the Google Meet. So I will present the quiz to you as if it were paper pencil. You'll take it on paper pencil and then submit through Google Classroom. And then, of course, if you need to, you can reschedule. I know that there are Warren County Career Center people and there are CCP students. If that is you, of course, reschedule, but make sure you do so beforehand so that I'm not presenting it, a bunch of different times. I can present it, maybe one other time, hopefully. Okay, so Edpuzzle, you're just following along with the guided notes. I do post those on Google Classroom. So make sure you're following along, taking the notes as you go. That'll be the best way for you to, get that information. When you watch the videos, make sure you watch them to the end and hit the view results button. If you don't hit that view results button, it won't show me that you finished the video. So make sure you do that. Just a note here that you need to listen to the Edpuzzle videos. There are a lot of people that were just reading the captions as they were writing them down. When you're watching the Edpuzzle videos, you're seeing the information, you're hearing the information, and you're writing the information down. So it's 3 different ways you're getting the information, no matter what type of learner you are. So make sure that you are doing all 3 of those things with those Edpuzzle videos. It's very important. And the Edpuzzle videos are given for completion. So if you miss some of those questions embedded, it's not a big deal. You're just going to want to make sure you go over those questions later. All right, the mandatory Google Meets. There's been a lot of questions about this. They're on Mondays and Thursdays from 2:10 to 2:25. If you have a class that is running over, you need to leave. They understand that you have another Google Meet to be at. Every math class is meeting from 2:10 to 2:25. If you are in CCP or whatever, make sure you send me an email. That way I know. And then this code is going to be different than your other classes, than your class code, because all of the classes are being merged together. So it has to be a different Meet code. The Google Meet invite should have been sent through your email. And when you accept that, what happens is if you go to your Meet, it'll say that you have a mandatory Google Meet. This says at 3:30, but it should say 2:10 on Monday, and then on Thursday it'll say the same thing. So this is just a different Google Meet. as an example. Anyway, continuing on. Make sure you come with questions. That's going to be where I answer questions about homework, or I might have information for the following week for a quiz or something. So make sure you come with questions. All right, assignments are going to be due the day after they're assigned. So for example, if something's assigned tonight for homework, it's due at 1:30 p.m. tomorrow, and it has to be submitted before that time. Due dates are also posted to Google Classroom, so that takes out any kind of questioning. And I do post everything in advance so that you can work ahead if you want to. I know that you're getting a lot of stuff from other classes. I don't expect you to work in advance. It's just if you want to. I'm going to go ahead and show you the Google Classroom just so you can see what I'm talking about. So, I don't know what that is. Oops. So here's a stream. I only post announcements in the stream, but make sure you read them. They're important. Under classwork, though, I'm just going to go to this week. So here is the quiz turn in. There is a blank quiz key in case you want it. Here, I have all of the blank notes for the week. So if you want to print those off instead of writing them on a notebook paper, that's a great idea. The weekly calendar is posted here. I'm going to talk about that in just a second. Okay, so then here we've got the Edpuzzle video. You click that link. MathXL, everything is posted to here. Notice it says what kind of assignment it is. So right here it says graded assignment for the MathXL. That means it's going to be taken for points, accuracy grade. And then it says it's due tomorrow at 1:30 p.m. So this is an assignment that was, it's going to be assigned in class, but is due 1:30 p.m. tomorrow. So make sure that you get that done by then. Then also, it says you have skill check on, it's due September 23rd at 1:30. You can do that whenever you want. That's why I made it open. It's just due at 1:30. So you can do these in order at any time you want. Just make sure you do that. Don't forget to click this view more button. It does show a few more assignments. I know looking at it, it can look like a lot, but again, it's only 2 assignments, maybe a third a day. This is Algebra 2, so if you're in pre-calc, you're just going to look a little different than this, but that is where everything is posted. All right, the weekly calendar. So use this to see updates to the schedule. I do change it from time to time, and to know when things are given in class to kind of keep the pace. You can see on Classroom and everything's due, but it is nice to look at the calendar to kind of keep on pace with the class. So if you were to switch back from Model B to Model A, you would be right in line with what everyone else is doing. So here is the calendar. I don't know why I keep closing that. So if you go to your week, the weekly calendar is usually at the top, but it got moved down when I post this other stuff. So if you click on the Google, dang it, here's the calendar here. So each calendar, the most current week is going to be at the top. The previous weeks are posted below in case you need to go back and see that if you were like sick or something or absent. So you can see this week that we had the 1.2, 1.3 quiz, and then tonight the Edpuzzle for homework. It does look different if you're in pre-calc. at the bottom here in bold, I have your homework assignments, and then across the middle here is what we're doing in class. The skill checks will be posted at the top. They won't be every day, but those are posted there. I do post the links for each of these. If a skill check is no longer listed, then you don't have to do it. It might still show up on the website, but you do not have to do it if it is not posted on the calendar. It might still be on Classroom, but again, if it's not on the calendar, you don't have to do it. Yeah, so that's it for the calendar. Make sure you're following along with that. It's very, very helpful. And it goes right along with what is on your classwork page for Google Classroom. Okay, so I'm thinking that that is it for what expectations are. Hopefully you got all that. You know, you can rewatch if you need to. Biggest thing is make sure you stay in touch. Let me close out of this here. Just make sure you stay in touch. Send me emails if you need to. You can post private comments on Google Classroom. Some of you have been really good about doing that. And another thing is just, you know, stay patient. This is new for me too. I'm trying to get information out to all my students as best as possible. I'm learning that some ways are not as great as others. If you were on the Google Meet a couple weeks ago and you couldn't figure out the code, that was on me. That's my bad. But anyway, so just stay patient. Email me if you have any questions. I am happy to help.